retro gamers, Antarpa here in the main cave, in the loft room, whatever you want to call it, game cave. Happy New Year to you all, and thank you very much for joining me here today. First video of the year, and picking up where I left off about, I don't know, October last year, was it the last video I did? I don't know, it was a long time ago anyway. But a bit of a pickups video to start the year off. Mixed bag, absolute mixed bag. So I'll start off with, actually first of all, I'm going to start off with a big thank you. Thank you to absolutely everybody who supported us in the shop this year. For those of you who don't know, I joined Dana Meddings in the Hidden Chest in Brierley Hill. We now co-run that shop with Liam, and it's been an absolute blast this last year. I've really enjoyed my time there. Thank you everybody who came into the shop throughout the year for the support. Much appreciated, really is. Anyway, onwards. I'll start off where I always start off, ZX81. Weltraum Invasion, which is basically just Space Raiders in German. It's sealed. I probably won't be unsealing it because obviously it's just Space Raiders and I've played it 1,000 times. So I've no need to unseal that. That can go straight on the shelf right there, which is the advantage of having this new outlook. You are now looking at the opposite side of the room to normal. You've normally got all the consoles and stuff behind me. This time you've got the software behind me. As you can see, Atari stuff. One of my main collecting habits is Atari. Sinclair is obviously my other, so most of this is Sinclair. Sinclair ZX81 all the way down there. More cartridges back here. ColecoVision, 5200, 7800, XE, XL carts down here. Got some video pack stuff. A bit of a mixed bag, but mainly old stuff, sort of old cartridge stuff and Sinclair stuff there. And the advantage of being here is that I can just pop them straight onto the shelf when I've showed you. So there you go. There's Weltraum Invasion for the ZX81. Nice sealed one. Got that off a Facebook group. I've got several of the foreign versions of them now. I've got, what else have I got? Patrol de l'Espace, which is the same thing again, but in French. I've got Flug Simulation, which is obviously flight simulation in German. What else have I got? I've got some more there somewhere. Can't see anything now. Anyway, moving on. Soft sync stuff. I've got all this lot in a bundle together on eBay. Now, people say eBay is not good for bargains. These were an absolute steal. These go for anything up to £100 each in this country on a regular basis because they're hard to get hold of. All sealed, and I think the lot of them didn't come to, including postage, didn't even come to what I would pay for one of these normally, so I'm quite pleased with this little bundle. Anyway, some majorly boring stuff amongst it, unfortunately. So the stock market calculator, 16k. Again, so Shark's Treasure, 16k. These were produced by SoftSync. A lot of the titles are produced under license, so they were already titles elsewhere. SoftSync basically just reproduced them in their own packaging and marketed them in America for the TS1000, Timex Sinclair 1000. And this is a New York company, so PO Box 480, Murray Hill Station, New York. This video is coming to you on New Year's Day. Last night I think I had a few too many Jack Daniels, so my head's banging a bit this morning. So if I look a bit rough and I sound a bit rough, that's why. 2K games pack. Now normally we'd get a 1K games pack over here in the UK, but because the TS1000 had 2K instead of 1K, they get a 2K games pack. So that worked on the stock TS1000, wouldn't work on a stock ZX81 because obviously they're 2K games. Anything over 1K is not going to work on a stock ZX81 without a RAM pack. So there you go, SoftSync 2K games pack, and that includes Monster Masher, Star Blaster, Dragon Slayer, Copter Patrol, Killer Whale and Astro Walk. Majorly boring stuff again. The Financial Manager and Record Keeper 16k. So for all those who wanted to keep their finances in order using their ZX81 back in the day, that was the package for you. Meteorite 16k. Now that obviously, if anybody knows anything about ZX81 games, is asteroids for Quicksilver asteroids, basically. So that's just been rebranded as Meteorite 16k for SoftSync. They've even used the same artwork as you get on the British Quicksilver version. That concludes the SoftSync stuff. So that was a nice bundle. I was really pleased to get hold of those. It actually came with a letter from the guy who got these, and he says he's basically saturated the market over there now with them. So he wants to find ways of selling them over here. So here you go. And that they will go alongside, well, with my Mazogs, which I've already got, which again is sealed. I see no point in unsealing these because I've got all these on ROM. Anyway, all apart from the 2K games pack, I might not have those games on ROM, and if not, then that one probably will be coming up open, and I'll be playing those just to see what they are. But yeah, nice little bundle now I've got of those 6 SoftSync titles there. As I say, over here they go for a good old whack of money, so I did really well to get hold of those. I'm not staying with ZX81 because I'm done with ZX81. That's it. Yeah, all done with ZX81. I'm moving on to Atari. Couple of XL games, football, and Load Runner. Now, if you've been watching the channel, you'll know that I've got a load of XC and XL boxes. I don't know if you can see them just down there. Half of them had cartridges and stuff in, or I've got cartridges and stuff in now. I've managed to fill them. And about half haven't, so I am still filling them with cartridges. They have got, they are all. You'll see this on my other video if you go back a bit. They have all got instructions with them, all my boxes. So they are just missing the cartridges, which is what I'm trying to get hold of now. So I've got Load Runner for and that's in the XE branding. So they changed the cartridge type slightly, the shape of the cartridge and the labelling. That's the old silver box version of football. I have got both of those, and they are empty boxes apart from the instructions, so those will be going in there to fill those. Slight departure from the Atari thing actually. ColecoVision cart. This one is Blackjack and Poker, Kent Uston's Blackjack and Poker. Got this one off eBay for not a lot of money really, in nice condition. But on the eBay listing, they'd literally only got a picture of the front of it. And lucky old me, this one comes with its overlays. So that's nice, the controller overlays. They took in the back of the cartridges here, which a lot of people don't know because a lot of these cartridges don't come with the overlays. I don't know where they go, to be honest, because there is a nice, neat place to store them, and 9 times out of 10 you'll get one of these cartridges without any overlays at all. So I don't know where the overlays end up, but yeah, and this come with both overlays, which is a little bonus. I didn't pay a lot for that, and it is one of the more unusual cartridges that you don't see many of, especially over here. So that's Blackjack Poker. I've actually played that, and it's not a bad iteration of Blackjack and Poker, to be honest. It's quite fun to play. So yeah, that's ColecoVision, and again I can pop that straight on the shelf, which is nice. Atari 2600, Dark Cavern. I always find these type of cartridges quite interesting. They're basically an Intellivision cartridge, and you can tell they're an Intellivision cartridge because it's got copyright Mattel there. So that's Dark Cavern, an Intellivision cartridge with like an extension piece here for the 2600, so it fits in the 2600. So that's just an interesting way of reusing the cartridges, I think. So yeah, That's Dark Cavern for the 2600. Haven't played that yet. I have no idea what the game's like, so that's one for me to try later. A few bits and bobs here, loose cartridges. I've got Carnival for Sega, by Sega, sorry, for the 2600. Yeah, and I have got two variants of Mousetrap. One with a colour inlay, colour sticker, label, whatever you want to call it, and one with black and white. Interesting enough by itself, but what is more interesting and also quite irritating is the fact that CBS, with their cartridges, they managed to put the labels on different ways. So that is the same, the cartridge is the same way up on that, and the labels are completely different. So when they decided to start doing them the other way, somebody must have sat down one day and say, oh, we've got our cartridges, cartridge labels the wrong way around, shall we swap them over? And they did, and that's what you end up with. That is majorly irritating to me, anyway. That's just my OCD showing through, I'm afraid. So yeah, two Mousetraps and a Carnival. Pole position. Now you'd think, crikey Anthony, haven't you got a pole position yet? Yes, I have got a pole position, but I haven't got one with that end label on. So that's got pole position with position, and the position bit is abbreviated with an apostrophe. I haven't put the apostrophe in the right place, but it's abbreviated and with an apostrophe nevertheless. Never seen one like that before, so that one's gone in my collection as a variant. An interesting variant. What else have I got? This one's interesting. Miner 2049er, one of the better games you can get for the 2600. Quite sought after, especially boxed. I got that off one of the Facebook groups for a decent price. I have now got Miner 2049er, the loose cart, for sale. If anybody wants it, plug. Just comment down in the comments below if you want it, and I'll do you a decent price on it. But yeah, it's one of the better games for the 2600, and that's a nice box. The glue has started coming off on that one corner. I just need to re-glue the box, but the box is actually in really nice condition apart from that. So that'll go in a box protector to make sure it stays in the condition it is. Interestingly, on the back of this one, it's got Prism Micro products on the back. So it was distributed exclusively in the UK, apparently, by Prism Micro Products. Morrow Street, London. I know Prism distributed a lot of old ZX81 stock back in the day as well. They rebranded boxes for RAM packs and things like that. Took the old RAM packs and rebranded them and basically sold them as their own Prism RAM packs. And this is the same company distributing 2600 software in the country, which is quite an interesting point. Some other sort of bog standard carts here, but they'll look nice in my rainbow wall behind me. Surround, that's for 2600. That's complete with instructions. Maze Craze, again complete with instructions, and we'll go in this the extensive orange bit of my rainbow wall behind me there. E.T., believe it or not, I had not got a box version of E.T. I have got it loose, and that will be for sale as well now, because I don't need two cartridges. This one's complete in really nice condition, so I should be putting this one in a box protector and on display. And no, E.T. is not the worst game in the world. It is not even the worst game for the 2600. In fact, it's not even a bad game, full stop. It's a decent game. People don't read the instructions. Read the instructions before you play it. Know what you're doing before you play the game. It's actually not that bad, honestly. As far as 2600 games go, it's really not that bad. Trust me on that one, trust me. Firefighter. I always mention him whenever I pull out my shiny iMagic carts, but Paul Badham's got me into collecting these things. I saw his, thought, oh, they look nice, and started collecting them myself. But they are, aren't they? I mean, who who can beat a chrome effect box? I still don't understand why the cartridge trays drop out from the bottom and don't come out from the top, because I mean obviously when you pull that off a shelf it's just going to drop out, but these are in fair condition. This one's actually in very, very good condition, that one. This one's in fair condition, both complete with trays in decent condition and instructions. So they will go with, if I can get to them, go with my other ones. I've already got Moonsweeper, Riddle of the Sphinx and Demon Attack. Demon Attack is a very, very good game. That one looks a bit different because that's the US version, which is fine. I don't mind. So now I've got all those, which is cool. Collection is building. Mr. Bads would be proud. I also collect leaflets and brochures. This one's a nice one from Parker Brothers. You see my Parker Brothers stuff just there. What's really interesting about this is it's actually got 2 unreleased titles on it. So we've got Hulk down here. At least I don't think Hulk was released. I've never seen a copy of Hulk for Parker Brothers Hulk. If anybody knows any better than me, let me know. And Lord of the Rings here, which I would have loved to have seen a Lord of the Rings game on the 2600. But yeah, those are all Parker Brothers games, obviously not exclusive to 2600. This one is a 2600 brochure, but they obviously made games for the Intellivision, ColecoVision and the G7000 at the same time, basically. So you'll get the same game over all of the consoles. But yeah, a Lord of the Rings game, fantastic. How fantastic would that have been? I'll read the book from that, and you make up your own mind whether you think it would be a good game. Lord of the Rings is an adventure game in which the player can relive the adventures of getting Frodo from his home in the Shire to the door at Moria. Constant choices and paths face the player as he picks his way, avoiding the Black Riders. So I've no idea why they never finish that game. Again, if anybody's got any idea why they didn't ever complete that game, video game crash maybe, just post below in the comments. I'd be interested to know. Speaking, Konix, or Konix speaking even. I'm talking like Yoda here. Yeah, nice, boxed, unused. Speaking here, I can tell it's unused because it came like that. Instructions and everything in the box. And now for those who don't know what a Konix speaking is, it's an ergonomic joystick that fits in the palm of your left hand. You use your trigger finger there. You use your right hand for using the joystick. Now, the only reason I didn't like these back in the days because I'm ambidextrous, which leads to all sorts of weird and wonderful combinations of hand usage, to be honest. I'm a left-handed snooker player, I'm a right-handed cricketer, I'm a right-handed tennis player predominantly. What else is? I'm a right-footed footballer. All sorts. I'm a left-handed darter. It's just like, if you're ambidextrous, you basically can use either hand, and you will always favour one for certain things. Well, I always favoured my left hand for the joystick use, a la sort of arcade machines and things like that. Well, of course, with this ergonomic joystick, I'd have to use it like that, so it breaks the ergonomics basically. So I'm not using it correctly. So it was never a choice for me back in the day, but it is nice to have one. New old stock, just for the collection basically. And it is a decent joystick. It just never suited me, being ambidextrous and favouring my right hand for joystick use, that's all. Left hand for joystick use. Just one of those things. But yeah, nice little thing, if I can get it back in the box. Nice little thing to have. That just goes in my joystick collection there. A book. Game Not Over by my mate Craig Turner. Fantastic book. Basically, if you don't know who Craig is, chap who runs revival events, and an arcade fanatic. He also has got an absolutely huge collection of really unusual. He tends to go for the more rare and unusual consoles and computers. His collection is next to none. He really has got a fantastic collection, and he's basically chronicling his collection in Game Not Over. So within the pages you will find all these unusual consoles. So there's a Ouya. So we got Laser Active, Pioneer Laser Active. So all the more all the rarer sort of more unusual things. Nintendo PlayStation. Wouldn't we all love one of those? Eh? Craig's got one. So yeah, he's got the most wonderful collection. Honestly, one day I'll actually go and see it all. If he ever invites me along. Hint, hint, Craig. There you go. Famicom, twin Famicom there. Vectrex obviously, but yeah, the sort of more I would say exotic consoles. So there's a Panasonic Q there. So yeah, fantastic book. Volume 2 is going to be coming out shortly, I do believe, this year. I don't know how many copies he's got of this left. I know he was selling these on eBay, and they are published by Fusion Metro Books. That's my mate Chris's company. All the photography was done by Barry Morse, and the design by Stephen Day. So it is a cracking little book, really is. Very good value for money. A lot of very interesting details in there about these sort of more unusual and exotic consoles. Very, very highly recommended. Go and get yourself a copy if you can, and look out for volume 2 when it comes out. Staying on the old Atari, which is, as you can see, it's the main thing I collect for nowadays. I've got a few box Lynxes up and around the room. 3 box Lynxes actually, one Lynx 1 and 2 Lynx 2s, with the Batman Returns variant. So when this came up, new old stock kit case, I had to buy it. As you can see, it's big enough to hold a Lynx 1. Power supply, what's that? Screen shield, and you put all your games in the. I'll get it out to show you. And put all your games in the lid there. So I'll just show you what it is. It's a nice thing. As I say, new old stock. Really good condition, as you would expect. So yeah, it's a bit like a camera, an old SLR camera case type thing. So you use that partition if you've got a Lynx 2. Take that partition out if you've got a Lynx 1. You put all your accessories in here, games in the lid. Away you go, around your mate's house with a boatload of batteries if you haven't got a PSU for a session on your Lynx. Many of you already know the Lynx is probably my favourite of all the handhelds. Battery sort of usage aside, it was a great console. Yeah, that goes with all my boxed Lynx stuff now. So I've got 3 boxed Lynxes, I've got a boxed PSU and a boxed screen enlarger, you know, like a magnifying thing for the screen. That's what I've got for that. So yeah, nice. I'm just going to have me a drink of tea. I'll put that back down there actually. Have me a drink of tea because my throat's sore. Oh, nice. Atari 2600 Plus. I was always going to get one of these, wasn't I? I was always going to get myself one of these. This, I am going to shoot another video. I had already shot a video. I'm going to shoot another one now because I've had more time with it, learnt a few more things about it. So I will be shooting another video shortly, and that will be the next video after this one. Will be basically a run through of what I think of the 2600. I can give you a bit of a spoiler now. I do actually really like it. I think Atari are listening to what people want. And I think it's a cracking little thing, to be honest. Yes, it doesn't... it's not using hardware to play the games. It is basically dumping the ROM. I'm just going to shut this door. It is dumping the ROM onto a chip and basically playing through emulation, which is a shame in a way, but I can see cost-wise why they wouldn't be able to do a hardware version of this again. And why would you anyway? Because that gives you the ability to play enhanced stuff. So it doesn't have to stay sort of with your old. You don't have to stay with your old carts. You can play some of the more enhanced carts that they're now releasing with this. So it's just moving it on a little bit, which I think is nice. But yeah, the packaging's nice. The console itself is quite nicely built. Not the quality of the originals, obviously, but again, your price restraints. This thing was only 100, so it's not massively expensive. The CX10 joystick is literally a CX10 joystick. I thought it may have been upgraded a little bit more responsive. The stick may have moved a little better or whatever, but absolutely not. It is literally exactly the same as the original joystick. You can use all your original paddles and joysticks on this anyway. So if you add a Woody, all your original stuff works on it. Any cartridge will work in it. Bar some of the later sort of things, homebrew games, some of those won't work, but most of your old original cartridges will work in it. And it comes with a multi-cart with it. So the multi-cart has got Adventure Combat, Dodgem, Haunted House, Maze Craze, Missile Command, Real Sports Volleyball, Surround, Video Pinball, and Yars' Revenge. Now there's a few games on there I certainly would not have picked to put on this, but you know, it's what's there basically. I would have picked Combat for sure because that was a pack-in with the original console, so those who are after this for nostalgia, who haven't got all their old cartridges, would want to play that. I can understand Yars' Revenge being on there, fantastic game. I can maybe understand Video Pinball and Missile Command, but some of the others really poor choices, I think. But yeah, I will be doing a video on it. It is, in my opinion, a pretty decent effort. I like it. I think Atari are making a good effort to listen to the community and give what they want. And I think they've come up trumps with this, to be honest. I like it. Look out for that in my next video. And something, a little bit of a departure from the norm. I don't normally speak about Lego on this channel, but I am a massive Lego fan and have been since I was about 6 years old, which was a heck of a long time ago now, I hate to say. But yeah, this is the actual, not the actual set, but the 912 is the actual set that I had when I was 6 years old. So this is from 1976, and now I'm giving an age away. And this is what I had under the tree, Christmas 1976. And I was a lucky boy, because this was a very, very advanced set for the time. It's got a motor in it. So this is 1976, and it's got a motor, which is, you know, for the time was massively advanced. And it is complete with instructions and everything it ever came with. So there we go. What a lovely thing. I saw this on eBay and treated it. So I put a cheeky offer in. They accepted, and this is what I ended up with. It's nice. It's even got the original plastic tray that sat on top, that was just glued down, that sat on top there to hold everything in place. When I had this set back in the day, I kept it in the box for a short while. But then my mum and dad bought me like a Lego branded wooden box to put it all in, and I had an absolute load of Lego. I ended up with a load of Lego because I've been a lifelong Lego fan. Me and my son now build Technic models and all sorts of things. We built an Ecto one not long back, and just built the Batman's Batmobile. from the latest movie, and that was a nice build. I'm going to get my son to build a few of these. I think he'll laugh when he sees them, to be honest, because he's used to using. He's 10 years old. He's used to doing Technics and way more complicated stuff than this. So he's gonna find this a bit easy. But I might get him to have a bash at some of them, show him what it was like back in the day. But yeah, it was an advanced set and a nice thing to have. I'll try and show you the back without tipping all the Lego out everywhere. There you go. It was called the Advanced Basic Set, and it was from 6 years up. So there we go. And that concludes this video. As I say, I will be back shortly with a video on the 2600 Plus. Hopefully you can join me for that. Until then, thanks again everybody who supported us in the shop this year. Thank you again for watching this video and spending some time with me in the man cave. And until next time, like, subscribe, hit the notifications button if you like what you see and you want to see some more. Share if you want other people to see the content. And until next time, love you all. Keep it retro, guys.